Hello students, so we are doing chapter number 4, the digestive system, and in the last video we have already completed up to the final products of digestion, means what are the final products of digestion. Now we are going to the next topic, the next step, that is absorption. As we already know that the complete digestion takes place in small intestine. So how it works? See, the digested nutrients we know are absorbed in the small intestine. How? It is absorbed through numerous finger-like projections that are present in the inner lining of the small intestine called villi. So villi have a very large surface area for absorption of nutrients. You can see the structure of villi here. So this villi, or in singular it is called villus, is supplied by a network of blood capillaries. So you can see in blue and red colors here, they are what? They are blood capillaries, means the arteries and veins. So in villi, these capillaries absorb nutrient and just transport it into the bloodstream. After that, the undigested part that remains moves into or passes into the large intestine, from where the remaining water is absorbed. And what it's leaving behind? It leaving behind a mass of indigestible food matter called feces. So this is the undigested product. The next step is assimilation. So what happens to the digested food or the food that passes through the villi? See, the digested food molecules that have been absorbed through the villi are transported through the blood vessels to the liver, and finally all the body cells, means it goes to each and every part of the body through blood vessels. They are utilized for building new protoplasm, for producing energy and for repair. And this process is called assimilation. Now let's read the role of liver in assimilation. So when there is extra glucose in our blood, then liver just convert that extra glucose into glycogen. So the glucose remains stored in the liver or muscle cells in the form of glycogen. And when our body requires extra energy, that glycogen is again converted back into glucose. Even our liver converts the excess amino acids into urea. So urea is not an useful product, it is a waste of our body. And if it is waste, then how it removes from our body? There is an organ called kidney that removes this urea from our blood. As we know that kidney filters our blood, so it just removes urea from our blood. Not only this, even livers detoxify the blood of harmful substances such as alcohol. So alcohol is harmful for our body. Our next step is egestion. That is the final one. As we already know that in large intestine, the water absorption takes place, and what remains is the final waste product in the form of feces that removes out from our body. So the semi-solid undigested food remain from the large intestine is stored temporarily in rectum. That means the feces just remain stored temporarily in rectum. So it consists of what? The feces consists of fibers, dead cells, bacteria and bile pigment. So these feces are expelled out of the body at regular interval through anus. Our next topic is role of enzymes in digestion. So what is the role of enzymes? As we have already read about many enzymes. So what is their role in digestion process? So let's first understand what are enzymes. So enzymes are what? They are chemical substance that work as catalysts. Now what are catalysts? Catalysts are substances that speed up a chemical reaction. So any type of reaction can proceed fast if enzyme is involved in it. So these enzymes are required in small amount and remain unchanged at the end of the reaction. The enzymes are very specific in nature, means they act on specific type of nutrients only. That means for breaking of different nutrients there are specific enzymes for that. We already know about amylase, trypsin, lipase. For example, amylase breaks carbohydrate, trypsin breaks protein, lipase breaks fat. So these are specific for each nutrient. As because they break nutrients, so our body can easily absorb it. So enzymes are secreted in the mouth, stomach, small intestine, pancreas. Even we can classify enzymes into following three categories. What are they? Amylolytic enzymes. These enzymes act on carbohydrate, for example amylase. Next is proteolytic enzymes. That means they act on proteins. And the last one is lipolytic enzymes. Means these enzymes act on fats. So this table may help you to understand the organs that produces enzymes or secrete enzymes, or the name of the enzymes are also given. So from where these enzymes are secrete or release, that is also given, and what are the chemical reactions that we have already read. For example, salivary gland. The salivary gland produces an enzyme, salivary amylase. Where? In mouth. So that break down the starch that is present in food into maltose. So in this manner, other nutrients are also break down through different types of enzymes and the products are formed. And such products are absorbed from our small intestine through villi and passes to all parts of the body through blood vessels. So here you can see it's given the final products that form after breaking down of the following nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats or proteins. So they are glucose and fructose, the monosaccharide, amino acids, fatty acids and glycerol. Now, how we can maintain our digestive system? So as we know that a digestive system is necessary for us to lead a healthy, happy and active life. So let us learn about healthy food habits, causes of indigestion and about how we can maintain a healthy digestive system. So what is indigestion? Indigestion is a condition of nausea, pain or discomfort in the upper abdominal area. Due to what? Due to inability to digest the food properly. So different causes are there for such things. So causes of indigestion are, number one is overeating. So sometimes overeating causes discomfort and result in an unpleasant feeling of bloating. Next is eating food that is too spicy or oily, as because spicy food can stimulate the secretion of acid in stomach, causing irritation and a feeling of heartburn. Even eating very fast and lying down immediately after a meal also cause bloating, as because when we eat very fast we take in too much of air, so this causes bloating. Or lying down immediately after eating can also cause trapping of gulped in air, leading to discomfort. The next is smoking, consuming beverages and alcohol or chewing tobacco, as these all cause excessive acid secretion in the stomach which results in heartburn. It also causes long-term disorder called acid reflux. There can be side effects of certain drugs as well, such as painkillers, antibiotics, and steroid taken on empty stomach may sometimes trigger excessive acid release, again cause heartburn or lead to side effects such as diarrhea and reflux. The next and the last one is contamination of food. So contaminated food may also lead to abdominal gas, bloating, and food poisoning. Next is unhealthy food habit. So unhealthy food habits include the following. For example, number one is skipping breakfast. So many people have the tendency to skip their breakfast. So why people do so? Because of lack of time in the morning, as they may need to go to work. So this is very bad habit, as skipping breakfast may cause a drop in blood sugar level, due to which one can feel giddy and tired. And this can also lead to poor concentration in work or study. The next one is long gaps between meals. So having longer gaps between subsequent meals makes us hungrier and feel weak. Therefore, we tend to overeat. So the food may get stored as fat and one may turn obese. And it can also lead to bloating and indigestion. The next is overeating. So the stomach can expand and hold up to 1.5 liter of food. But consuming more food can make you feel uncomfortable as well. So it can put pressure on the stomach and can cause stomachache. The next problem is eating late at night. So many people have the tendency to eat late at night. So long gaps between the lunch and the dinner make us eat more during the dinner. And this shortens the sleep duration and upset the body's natural clock. And over a period of time, it can cause indigestion, hyperacidity, weight gain, and an increased risk of obesity. Next is munching on high calorie food while doing other activities. Next is munching on high calorie food while doing other activities. So, while eating, if we watch TV or reading books or do some other kind of works, suppose browsing internet, then we are unable to estimate how much we ate. So this sometimes results in overeating. Next is eating junk food regularly. As we all know that foods such as chips, pizzas, chocolate are all high in fat and sugars, and they have less nutritional value as well. And that's why they are called junk food. So consuming such foods on regular basis can increase the risk of constipation, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, and heart diseases. Next is healthy food habits. So we should take balanced diet. A food consists of all types of nutrients, that is carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamins, and minerals. We should even consume fruits every day and green vegetables also. Flavored and carbonated drinks or sugary food should be avoided. We should not skip our breakfast, and it should be comprises of cereals, fruits, curd or milk every day. Even we should be aware of our appetite. Eating while watching television or while looking into the phone makes us eat too much or too less. Some more points are also there, as we should choose locally available and seasonal fruits over frozen or preserved foods, because it contains chemicals which might be harmful for our health. We must even clean our hands before eating food. We should avoid consuming uncovered food or the food that is prepared in unhygienic condition, and we should also try to eat freshly prepared food. And if any food left over, then it should be properly covered and stored at low temperature. Now let's read how we can keep our digestive system healthy. So for that, we need to keep ourselves hydrated by drinking 8 to 10 glasses of water every day. We should eat wholesome and fresh food instead of fast food or the processed food. We should include fibrous vegetables and whole grains in our diet, and we should cut down on fatty and oily foods. We even need to sleep for 8 hours at night and should try to avoid stressful lifestyle as stress adversely affect the digestive system. As anxiety and stress can lead to symptoms such as heartburn, constipation, bloating and IBS. So full form of IBS is irritable bowel syndrome. Even a moderate amount of physical exercise helps to keep our digestive system fit and also enable us to fight stress and anxiety. So exercise 30 minutes each day for at least 5 days a week is very important. It includes brisk walking, jogging, swimming, yoga, sports, etc.